boy, Beanie. Hi, pretty lady. Are you in a mood? Hi, pretty lady. Good girl. Sweet love nugget. Here, you haven't drank water in a while. Good job. We're gonna eat the rest of those chicken bites that I made yesterday. The coconut parmesan chicken bites. I made them yesterday. They were gonna have the you're gonna have those for leftover supper here in a little while. Let's see. You know what? I was thinking about that. I've been taking pictures for 47 years, and I've never sold one single photo. And I've taken a lot of photos. I'm like the person that'll be like offer to take somebody's photo. Like, I wonder how many pictures I've taken on other people's stuff. Like, hey, let me take a picture. I'll even like take pictures of people and then go to the people and offer to show them the picture and offer them to email the photo if they want. There's so many cool ways to connect with people, but the world's so shut off because, they're just doing what they're told. The imposed realm. The imposed realms. I don't like it, but today is the imposed realm. It's their New Year's. It's not my New Year's. See, I ain't never lived on the same planet as everybody else. It's so weird that, I gotta just co-sign their shit and be excited for, like how many, you too. Happy New Year. I'm tired of saying it. New Year's in the spring. It's in the spring. It's not New Year's. What do you people do? And it's astrologers that co-sign the shit too. But they just want to sell readings. It helps them sell because, it's the end of the year reading, But they're not true to truth. They're just trying to sell shit so they can get their boob jobs. Because that's what makes an authentic person. Botox and boob jobs. I got Botox Betties out there, Barbies out there now. People aspire to be fake. They aspire to be plastic. It's fucking funny. So, anyway. Today was an interesting day. I'm going to tell a story about the thumbnail. Yeah, the thumbnail on my picture for this talk today. It's just, their egos are just so out of control. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm using my own ego. Right? Using my own. I'm going to talk about the absurdity. I live in Taos, New Mexico. And I haven't seen my tattoo in a while. Got your 6. This is for my dear sweet little sister who died September 23rd, 2022 on the back of a motorbike in Phoenix, Arizona. Anyway, that's for another story, but it's nice to see it every now and again. I don't see it very often. Anyway, so the thumbnail is the sheriff. Now, the funny part about this story is I was in the travel center here in Taos, outside the Pueblo, right up the road from the casino. Downfall of the ancestors, casinos and alcohol. They closed the Pueblo today, right? And they're like, we're having our ceremony, which to me translates it. They don't want the public to see the aftermath of the drunken Indians. Gotta make sure they clean everybody up off the road and stuff. They almost made it home. But not quite, man. I know what it's like to allow the freaking booze to take your spirits. I just, at some point you gotta come to the realization that did I want to let an outside substance continue to control me and do weird shit? You know, just shit I never would do if I was sober. Not too weird. Not like, not politician weird. I'd never do anything that any politicians do. Those fraternity people, because a lot of politicians come from fraternities and they drink, so a lot of those fraternities drink, they do weird stuff, and sororities too. And then they hold it over each other's heads forever and ever. Or they help each other out, you know. It's all a club, and I ain't never been involved, so I talk shit about it. So I was in the travel center, and I asked the lady, I'm standing there talking to her. She's a Leo. I could tell by her hair, too. I would have guessed that, but I was asking her about the cherry Sprite. Because the last 3 times I've gone in there, like the last week, 7-8 days, they're out. And I'm like, this is like, it hasn't snowed. Like, it shouldn't be a distribution thing. Why don't they have, and there's lots of empty products on the shelf. So I inquired. I said, what's up with the cherry? And she said, well, we did the end of the year inventory, and then they had a missed shipment. Between the inventory and so it just is just how it's supposed to be. I live on a planet Earth without cherry Sprite. Well, I could go Midtown Market, but they're not on my planet because we ain't the same frequency, because all they do is care about money and they don't care about people, and I care about people more than money, so we aren't the same frequency, so I'm not going to patron, so I'll just go without. That's how that works, you know. Anyway, so I'm talking to the nice girl, and I see the sheriff pull up at the gas pump, right? He pulls up at the gas pump, and as I'm talking to her and we're wrapping up our conversation, I see him pull out from where he was at the gas pump and then pull around in the parking lot and then do that bullshit that's in my thumbnail picture at another pump. Now, I gave the guy I just parked at the pump and then went into the market. I wasn't even getting gas. But he was cool where he was. And then he made a point to be a D-bag. Right? So this is me. I'm fucking so up to here. And I'll tell you why. Look at the guy. Look at the guy. Look at his uniform. He quit giving a shit about him. I don't know if he ever quite gave a shit about him. And I got a question, Sheriff. This is a legitimate question. If I took that picture of you around town in like the grocery store and the laundromat or the hamburger joint, the restaurant, and I asked the community, has this guy ever helped you out? I wonder how many people would be like, yes. You know, one time he helped me change a tire. I would love to hear those stories. I think if they exist, I think they're few and far between, and I'll tell you why. Because something about people that take care of themselves reflects that they take care of other people. And when I see men like that don't take care of themselves and haven't and they pull up into a truck. See, what people don't understand, they call us poor people. Us poor people. Us people that grew up on welfare with very limited income. They say we have poverty consciousness because they choose not to divvy out the funds. But these motherfuckers, the top is the resource hog, not the poor people that just deserve to freaking eat and live. You know, without getting a new truck every year. We buy their trucks, we pay for their gas, we pay for their uniforms, we pay for their laundry, we pay for their pensions, and they do not even have enough respect for their own community that provides all of their pay for 20, 25, 30 years to give a shit, to reflect that within. And I'm sick of it. And it reflects in the community, because I live in Taos, New Mexico, and it's the community joke. The whole community's a joke. And they want tourists to come here and spend their money. Come look at our joke. Come look at our people's zoo. The land that's lost, the land that time forgot. But all the and every time, think about this. For every police car that you see on the road, for every EMT vehicle that you see on the road, for every civil servant you see on the road, understand this. They just take their car to the, while people are becoming homeless to keep their cars going so they can maintain their job. While this is happening, right? They don't pay for shit, and they drive this shit like it's stolen, and if something breaks, they just take it to the shop, and we pay for all the maintenance. They get new tires every 6 months on the whole fleets, on every freaking vehicle, and they don't drive around it much to justify that. It's just how it is. It's the policies that they've set to take care of themselves, while telling poor people they don't deserve a place to live because the funds aren't there. I'm sorry, it's just not there. Because the resource hogs, the pigs have swined it all up. And then the story continues. So the guy parks like an a-hole, right? I roll my window down because I want to make sure he can hear me. I want to be clear. I want to be concise. I say, that's a disgrace to the uniform. Fat fucks in new trucks. I've had it. There's too many kids on the street. Your system has failed in too many ways that should be ever acceptable. People are living on the street, their freaking flesh is rotting. Their flesh is rotting. The forgotten. But these guys got their big shiny trucks, haven't seen, and then they don't, and you know why people feel like men get emasculated? They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. I have never told a man that he is less than. They tell themselves that by not living to their best potential. I know what it's like. I have a lot of masculine energy. These are experiences that I've had personally that I've had to resolve in myself. I've had Napoleon complex, the short man's complex. I ain't never had penis envy because who wants parts that ultimately end up breaking? And I ain't about sex anyway. It's not my priority. Intimacy is far more important than fucking and chucking. How many kids are born on this planet right now because freaking two parties just were like, oh, I have so many, it has to feel good. I need to chase these sensations, and then here comes a life. And neither of the fucking people that are just chasing sensations and just wanna, just wanna give, freaking kids these days, grown-ups too. What the world evolved into, man, it's getting gnarly. So the sheriff's story continued. After he freaking made a point to come around, park like an a-hole, and he's just laughing because he hears what I'm saying. I'm just like, what a, dumbass. Like, what's he gonna arrest me because I said he's fat? That he needs to take better care of himself? And I'm just a product of my environment, that's all, really. I mean, when I was in the Air Force, at Offutt Air Force Base, a bunch of dudes just like that guy said, you are not within military standards. These are like dudes that haven't seen their freaking male member since they're in like their mid-30s and they're in their, they're way past they're fat dudes telling me that I was overweight and that I need to go to the gym. And you know what? I went to the gym. And because health and fitness have been part of my story my whole entire life. They said I was hypoglycemic. They've been tracking my blood since I was 3. They said I was hypoglycemic. So I've been reading labels since I was 5, 4. If it says sugar first, you don't get to eat it. So they created a little fitness monster is what they did. So I'm going to be 50 in April, you know. And so I compete with people. I'm an Aries, but I compete with people on the down low. I compete with people in ways that they don't know it. And this is one of my primary ways. I'm just trying to be in like the best physical condition. I don't want to be all ripped, and I've had an 8-pack. I've had abs, you know, and I was 42 after the car got repoed when we lived in Oregon. And I had to put my A-bag on and walk to the store every 3.5 days and buy that biggest bag of dog food I could get. And up hills and down hills, my calves are freaking... I still got nice calves, you know. But the thing of it is I just want to hit 50 and be like really good shape, right? Because all these people that I see, you know, that spend all their time at the gym and not ever out there doing nothing for anybody else, but they're just putting the work in for themselves. It's very egocentric. All these people that are doing all these things for themselves and gaining all this abundance and not using that to help anybody else, but buy big stupid trucks and stupid shit like that and never helping anybody else. Well, that ain't good. So what was I talking about? So I left the gas station, I pulled out, and I decided to go back on the other side of town to the Family Dollar. So I went back over to the Family Dollar, and this is what I roll up on. This is the scene at the Albertsons. This is not gonna, it's not gonna, because I'm rolling it. All these people are getting paid time and a half today. This guy right here was upset about something. I wasn't really listening. And look at this, watch this. And then there was something going on across the street. They had 2 state troopers. Look who finally shows up. I was here for like 10 minutes. This is the same sheriff. That's the same. And he pulls up and he freaking, no, wait, we gotta go back. No, wait, stop. We gotta go back because check this out. It's illegal to text and drive in this state, right? But I remember people get tickets for having your too much tinted windows, but here it's okay to make them real tinted because so you can't see them text and drive, but you always see them text and drive. But look at homeboy rolls up. Look at this. What you doing? Texting and driving, Sheriff! What are you doing, big boy? Ah! You're having a big day. And here come the state troopers, because they got to get paid, too. Oh, we were there. They're not doing anything. They're just, blocking, just standing around. Keep people from getting their milk and shit. And look at this guy. I was already riled up for like fitness standards. Oh, here comes, whoa, buddy, whoa. And then they have them dressed like Nazis. They're like straight up dressed like Nazis. Nobody, the event's over. Like, pick up the tape and let people get on their way. But all the agencies, he's just hanging out there, blocking traffic. I get bored. I went and got my horse shampoo at Dollar General and just was like, I've had it, I'm done. I gotta not be a part of society because society is so stupid. I'm going to have to start ordering shit online and just going and picking it up. I'm going to get shot by a fat sheriff. And ain't nobody's going to take care of Mom. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. People don't care about themselves. What do they care about what I say, right, Ma? Yeah? Anyway, as far as competing with people and they don't even know it, is like these young people, they're in their 20s and their 30s and, maybe, but it's like, come back. I want to see where they are when they're 50, right? I want to see where they are when they're 50. And for every person that was already 50 and gave up on themselves years ago, that when I reached 50, I'm going to be like, yay! If I were to run a race with all those people that gave up on themselves, I would have won. Yep. Good boy, Benny. Want a drink? Good boy, Benny. You want to hit the hydration station? Luna got the chair already. So the other day, this is kind of an interesting thing. Mom and I watched the Truman Show yesterday, and she has the same birthday as Ed Harris, the guy that plays God in that show, in that movie. And then the day before that, we watched Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Good boy, Benny. Good boy. When I was a little girl, it came out in 67 or 69. Came out in, hold on. (1968), 16th December. Wonder what planetary alignment that is. And it is funny. At the end, they have this disclaimer, and I used to see this logo. I gotta look up this information more. But there's a character in it. I was born in 74. I remember watching it when I was very, like, 2-3 years old. And there's this character in it called the kid catcher, the child catcher. Now, I think it freaked me out so much because by the time I was 10 months old, I already had been touched by the hands of evil. And so, but when you've been touched at the hands of evil, and what happens is there's a thing called grace. And grace is what's given to people when things happen to your soul sack that is just so fucking bizarre, so trippy, so heinous, that God will receive your spirit back in the ethers while the event happens, only to be thrust back into your soul sack, just so your energetic field can be void of that frequency. So I had that opportunity when I was a little girl, and so when I saw this guy, it really, he freaked me out because he's the kid catcher. And this is the character, I mean, this is, right, that's the kid catcher. I mean, it is fucking, it was freaky. I looked him up when I lived in Oregon. And the man's name is Sir Robert Murray Helpman. 2 N's, Helpman. His birthday? Check that shit out. 9 April 1909. 1909. That's 3 9s. That's a lot of 9s. Anyway, my birthday is April 9th. When I found that out, I was like, fucking what? Kind of trip, you know? It was kind of trippy. It was just bizarre. Here, no, Benny. No, we're not going out now. I'm not training you to. Come on. Good there. Good boy. So, yeah, I get real frustrated because I've seen, and I just haven't seen, it's not just, hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. I'm having too many at one time. I'm back on coffee. I made like 2 cups this morning. I drank 1 this morning before when I was taking a shower, getting ready to go in and pay rent. And then I put the other cup in a thermos, so this is my 2nd cup. I got a new thermos. I got a sticker for it too. It's a little flame with a smiley face on it. I remember I missed sticker machines that I could put 50 cents in, and they had like the cardboard flaps with the big stickers. I'm a sticker kid. Now, I've liked stickers my whole entire life. You know, I've always liked stickers. We never got to spend like that's a frivolous expense. I didn't get. Maybe for Easter I'd get one of those strips with like little rainbows or some shit on it. You know. And, or in Christmas we'd get it in our stocking along with an apple and an orange, and sometimes the receipt of the electricity bill. Yeah, we got those a lot, huh, Ma? Jerry, one of us would get the electricity bill, and then like my brother would get the water bill. Like, Merry Christmas, we have power. Yeah, isn't that a common thing? Doesn't everybody live that way? No, but fucking fat cops get new trucks every fucking... It just drives me crazy, man. And the way that Mom got treated, people treated Mom like trash. I remember all the times at the grocery store, the people that treated her so awful, or we go to the doctor and she'd pull out the sticker that says we were on Medicaid, so we were poor, and I just had to watch how people treat, and she just kept her mouth closed and just did what she had to do to take care of her kids, because the people on top, they're the resource hogs, man. And it's just, I gotta help implement change. I must do it for all the fucking poor people, because I was a poor person, and poverty consciousness doesn't happen. We are the resourceful ones trying to figure out how to get by and live a somewhat comfortable life when there's I can't get money. Like, I can't get what's due to me. I can't get aid from the state. I can't get my VA. I just got deferred. Like, I have a block in life that it's not a block I create. My brother said, you can't get a job, you know, potential employees look at your social media. Well, that's fucking stupid. Because what I have to say in my private life has nothing to do with the employee that I am. And I was in IT. And there's plenty of companies, big companies, universities that I've worked before that employ fucking perverts and sexual predators. And the whole community knows it, but he's a bro and he's an important guy and he did something for somebody, so he's been protected. It's no wonder all the Epstein stuff is. I mean, I live in New Mexico. He had a ranch here. The governor's a big old fan of his. They're buddies. The world of pervs is winning. So all those people that are living the imposed New Year, are you going to resolve to put the McDonald's down and get up off your couch and take this freaking land back? Everybody? Because it's slowly slipping away. Are people feeling the earth changes? What was the earthquake in Japan last night? 7.7. Mom and I we go to bed at like 8, huh? 9. I'll scroll for a while, watch reels, then doze off. I think last night I was up until 10 maybe. I just, everybody, all the dogs in their place. Comfy, cozy, content. Right? And I woke up so weird because I could feel the vibrational frequency. I was like, I have that jittery, like my endocrine system is shorting out. Like, I drank too much last night myself because I'm feeling it on the 35th parallel. And a lot of people overdid the mark. I'm curious to see how many people we're going to start seeing in the next couple of weeks that they're going to start announcing that they're breaking up. That's what I'm curious about. So, because people just, I see it in my life. I see where I'm just like, Marge, don't say that. And I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I've had it. I'm sick of it. And like, I know guys like that. Guys like that have made it hard. I know guys like that. I'm an asshole magnet. He's just like the sheriff that freaking drugged me out in the middle of the medium at Guitars and Cadillacs in Omaha, Nebraska back in 2001. Same type of machismo. You know? He probably drinks too, but I mean, he doesn't eat right, you know? But he's still getting those paychecks, and people on welfare, they're undeserving? They're the fucking worst welfare recipients. They don't do jack. I mean, he didn't even wash his own truck, I bet. You know? And people would just like praise him in the community because of a label. It's all the fraternal order of horse shit as far as I'm concerned. I haven't had enough, you know, with all the employed personnel, crime is still like escalating to a place that I've never seen in my life. And I understand that the social media contributes a lot to that. But still, people are losing their shit. And they're going to continue to lose their shit until they learn how to contain their shit, process their shit, handle their shit, and get on with their shit. That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a rad day. Peace.